Brilliant, you guys are doing exceptionally well. Okay, so what we're going to do now, you guys have done a really amazing job going through those first couple of tips, but now I want to share with you some really powerful additional tips. So I'm quickly going to describe what those tips are, and then we'll go through each tip in detail as we come across it, right? So the first one is, you want to prepare to follow up with customers between sales calls. Now think about that. Every single day you go out and about, you go do your stuff. And remember, you always have to be early at a customer. So if you're going to arrive early, what are you going to do? If you're going to arrive at a customer 15 minutes early, what are you going to do for those 15 minutes? So what I do every single night is I invest some time and I prepare. Who am I going to call? What am I going to do? So I prepare stuff that I can follow through with my customers between calls. So I never waste a moment each day. The second tip that I want to share with you is you want to create an agenda for every sales meeting. Now think about that. What's your customer's most valuable possession? Well, their time. By preparing an agenda, you do two things. One, you inform yourself as to what the purpose is. And number two, you give your customer, or you show your customer when you send that agenda, you show them that you respect their most valuable possession, namely their time. And number three, you never want to leave a meeting without having scheduled the next meeting. Now think about that. What happens? I mean, I'm sure you've had this happen to you on a number of occasions. You go to a sales meeting and do an amazing job. The customer seems like a perfect fit. And then you call, you try to arrange another meeting, and they just seem to disappear. Well, what I find is I always go prepared with a reason for the next call, as well as a date and a time, or a couple of dates and times when we can meet the next time. Because the moment you leave that customer, getting hold of them and arranging another meeting is extremely difficult. So always have a purpose for the next call and a date and a time, because that way you're sure that you're going to get to see the customer again. Next, you want to send an SMS to the customer after every meeting. Why do I say SMS? Well, it's older technology. People tend to read SMSs. If you feel WhatsApp would be better for you because it's more used, it's something that your customers are more likely to use rather than an SMS, that's up to you. But the concept is sound. So what you want to do is after every single meeting, as you get to your car, you send an SMS and you say to the customer, thank you for the meeting. This is the outcome of the meeting. These are the next steps, and this is the date of the next meeting. So it's all about staying connected with the customer and consistently making sure that at every point you're adding value. Next, you want to always tell people when you'll call back. Now think about it, right? So let's say you've arranged a meeting, and you know what that Pareto principle is: 80% of the people will still hold the meeting, but 20% of the people are going to cancel the meeting even though you made the meeting before you left the previous meeting. Well, those 20% of people, when you're phoning and you're trying to make an appointment with them, be sure that you are very specific about when you're going to call back. Because think about it, what do most people think? If I ignore a salesperson long enough, they'll go away. Well, you won't, right? You say to the person, I will call you back on Wednesday at 1 p.m. At Wednesday at 1 p.m. you call them back and you say, hi, it's Wednesday at 1 p.m. You're not available. I'll be calling you back on Thursday at 2 p.m. Amazing things happen because you are so specific, and you show them that when you say you're going to call back, you call back, i.e. you demonstrating trust. Your customers, by the third, or I find fourth, or the latest, by the fifth call, something amazing happens. They actually take your call. You want to reduce the risk of meeting with you, because think about it. Whenever a customer or a salesperson asks a customer for a meeting, what happens? Well, they see a whole hour out of their day. Well, what you need to do is, first of all, you prepare an agenda so you know exactly what you need to cover. You don't waste time. Secondly, you ask for a 10 or 15 minute slot, because somebody can always find 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but it's very difficult to find an hour. So prepare an agenda with a few bullet points that you can manage to deal with in a very, very short space of time. ask for a lower risk, and your customers, it's amazing. People who were so difficult to get hold of, all of a sudden become available. And then finally, you want to schedule time daily to carry out all your crucial sales-specific activities. Now, isn't it amazing? One of the crucial things that we as salespeople need to do is add value to our customers. But isn't it amazing? Life happens, challenges happen, selling, our day-to-day activities get in the way of us doing those crucial things like finding innovative ways to add value to our customers, making sure we create an unforgettable customer experience. So be sure that you schedule time to add value. You schedule time to connect with your customers. You schedule time to make sure that you do all of those sales-specific, crucial sales activities every single week. And when you carry out these few tips and you combine them with those previous tips that I've shared with you, you will see in a very, very short space of time, you'll see remarkable improvements in your sales success and results.